every single order has arrived. We are going to look at 6 cards under 25 euros. You're going to see the price up into here, and you're going to see every single price of every single card, but 6 cards under 25 euros that I think are worth buying if you're both collecting and investing. Before we're going to start, if you are a returning viewer or you end up enjoying this video, I would really appreciate you subscribe to the channel. I don't do it a lot, but I do notice that, a lot of people are returning to the videos but aren't subscribed. So if you aren't subscribed, you should definitely do that. So over right here, let's switch to this camera over right here that we have here. I first want to talk about one set that I'm a very big fan of, and I think it has a few cards that are going to be very interesting for you as well, and that is Lost Origin. I think Lost Origin has a very strong trainer gallery, not only with the V and VMAX alternate arts in that trainer gallery, but also with the character cards. Having said that, I want to talk about the first one, that is going to be Gengar character card from Lost Origin. I think this is a card that connects with 2 other cards very well, and you're going to see both of them after this. Gengar is one of those like top A tier, like S tier popularity Pokemon. Obviously was featured very well in Fusion Strike. You got a few very good looking cards in there, and this is obviously a very good looking card as well. Like you just see the people working in the background there, obviously hanging up the clothes there in the background. It's just a beautiful card that really captures what Lost Origin does very well, and that is that it has like 5 or 6 cards that I think are going to be huge for the future, and I think this is going to be one of them. I paid, I want to say, around $3.50, somewhere around that range, including shipping. All of these except 2 were actually bought online, and 2 I actually bought on the market. I'm gonna obviously say when we get there, this one was purchased online. And yeah, I had a good experience with almost every single card except with the next one, but we're gonna get into that when we get into that. First one, Gengar from Lost Origin, trainer gallery card. Next one is also a Lost Origin card, and I'm also a very big fan of this one as well, and that is the Pikachu Lost Origin. I keep hitting Arceus. I should put him back in the corner there. The Pikachu character card. This card is fantastic. Like, like all the way through. It does remind me of a certain card, and if I come up with it, it will be in screen because I forgot what it was, but it reminds me of a certain artwork. This is just fabulous artwork. Obviously, you have those trees in the background there, and just the entire environment. There's a Pokeball on the ground there. I think it's a wooden Pokeball. It's obviously a very dope card. This was the most expensive card, by the way, out of every single card, and I think it was around $7, $7.50 already. I do feel like you can get this card maybe for a little bit cheaper in the future, but it won't be much cheaper. This is still one of the highest regarded cards in Lost Origin. Again, like this is one of a couple cards that I think are fantastic. This one might arguably be the best artwork. Is that controversial to say? I don't think it is. So Pikachu, Lost Origin character card, training gallery. And the 3 cards that I actually meant in terms of the Lost Origin card. These 2, obviously. But you also have, and this is a card that I packed myself. The third one is this card. And I packed this card myself. Let's push Arceus to the side a little bit here. You have these 3 cards here. This Charizard I actually got out of a 3-pack blister. And then these other 2 I obviously bought. I think these 3 are, I'm just going to say it, they are probably the 3 most interesting trainer gallery yellow border cards in a single set. You obviously do have Brilliant Stars with the evolutions, and never underestimate the evolutions. They can come at you very quick. Pause. But yeah, really cool cards. Obviously this one isn't supposed to be in this video, but still, that's kind of what I wanted to mention. So I think these 3 cards, I'm very happy as a collector as well to have these 3 cards. So yeah, this is a card that isn't very expensive, and I don't think you're gonna really break grounds in terms of investing with this card, but I just love the artwork. When I saw this for the first time, I was stoked about this card. I just don't think I'm gonna ever open the product that this promo comes in, because it's a promo, because we're talking about the Lucario V-Star card here. This is obviously the promo from the Crown Zenith Elite Trainer box. This is one of those cards that you're gonna find in the masses for 50 cents to €1. I think this one was 50 cents. And it also was, I think, including shipping, it was around $2 or a little bit less than $2. But just the artwork on here, this is just a good example on how you can see a Pokemon doing something, like attacking. Really reminds me of like the first time that Lucario got introduced into the anime. Like it really is that type of moment. It's very generous having a V-Star alternate art as a promo, and it's going to be out there with obviously massive numbers. So this is not going to be a fantastic investment. Although I do feel like this could be one of those cards that, in terms of artwork, could still be very desirable in the future. But if you are a new collector that watches this in 2024 or 2025, you're probably still going to be able to get this card for at least $5 to $10. So, you know, not that big of markup, but yeah, a very interesting card. This is a very unserious card. I'm not really sure why I have this, but on the other hand, I'm very, very happy that I do have it. It's Numel, or, you know, in this case, Ditto, that is camouflaged as a Numel. I saw this card and I just laughed out loud. Like, this is obviously a fantastic idea and a very good Pokemon where you can have that very, like, weird smiley face on there. Yeah, it just works. It was like $2.50. It was the second cheapest card out of the bunch. It's obviously Galarian Gallery card from Crown Zenith. Yeah, like, there's not much to say about this card. It's one of those cards, if you know anything about Pokemon and you know anything about Ditto, then this is going to be a card that's going to make you laugh once you discover what it is. Very, very fun card for $2.50. I do say so myself. Ditto from the Galarian Gallery from Crown Zenith is card number 4. Yeah, 4. We have 2 bangers left. 2 interesting cards that I think I purchased mainly for the investment side. I purchased the Ditto on the market, and I purchased this one on the market as well. And it's really stupid that I did this. This is the Umbreon promo card from the 3-pack blister from Evolving Skies. If you see my first ever video, you know I have this 3-pack blister in my sealed collection. But I wanted this card ever since I saw it. This gives me massive, like, Wizards of the Coast, old Pokemon card type vibe. And that's kind of why I really wanted to have it. Like, obviously, I do have it in my collection. Gotta put our shoes back, obviously. This is arguably the most interesting Sword and Shield promo that they have made for Sword and Shield promos, just in general. Problem is this. It is very hard. Oh, no, you can see it there. You can 100% see it there. There's a very tiny nick on the moon here. I didn't catch this when I bought it, obviously. I cannot grade this card if I wanted to, although I don't really grade cards. I'm not that big of a fan of grading. Might be a video topic for the future. But yeah, this is one of the most interesting Sword and Shield Black Star promos. I'm just gonna say that out there. It's one of those cards that reminds people of old cards, and it's Umbreon, and Umbreon is obviously probably the most popular Pokemon in this, you know, in the Sword and Shield TCG. The Umbreon is an untouched card in terms of value, and this is a card. I think it was $4 this one, so that's a fairly normal price. Like, but you know, I still don't care. I have the card. I like the card. So Umbreon is going to be second to last card from the 3-pack blister from Evolving Skies promo card. Very, very interesting. Last card, and it's not the least. It absolutely isn't. I was surprised to find this card for this cheap. I thought it was definitely going to be $10 or more, and I paid it $5.50 for this one. And it's a completely different card, completely different direction, but I'm very, very happy I have this. The Espeon and Deoxys Tag Team GX card from Unified Minds. If you know anything about me, you know I'm a very, very big fan of Tag Team. I think Tag Team is going to be the next big thing in like 5 to 10 years, just because the idea, like, obviously in terms of actually, like, playability wise, like, obviously destroyed what Pokemon had at the time, and I think a lot of people weren't a big fan of Tag Team. And now that that is pretty much, you know, behind us, I think we're gonna all appreciate the artwork a little bit more. This is one of those cards, you know, Espeon and Deoxys are both S-tier popularity Pokemon, obviously Espeon more than Deoxys, but just look at what they're doing. But this is really like one of those cards. It's $5.50. I think for cards like these, you're paying upwards to $10, depending on what type of card it is. This was definitely one of those cards where it was like, you know, you see the Pokemon, you're gonna be like, there's no way that this card is $5, and then you check the price and it actually is, and you can even buy it for that price. So I was very, very happy. I think all of these cards are fantastic condition. You can look at it. Like, just fantastic condition. The centering is off on this one. You can see in the top there, it's definitely more than the bottom here. So yeah, it's definitely off a little bit with the centering, but I honestly don't really care that much. Again, I don't think I'm going to grade these at all. And it actually came packaged in like this with a little bag, which I appreciate. I had to wait 3 weeks for this card. Mind you, 3 weeks. That's the only reason why this video wasn't here sooner. If you have any questions about anything that I did, that I purchased, where I purchased it from, how the condition is, you can obviously leave that down in the comments. Yeah, I finally made the video. I think next video will be that we're gonna talk about Paldea Evolved a little bit more in detail. Like, obviously last time I said a little bit, like, I'm not gonna spoil it. I think everybody knows that Paldea Evolved is coming at the end of May, obviously in a few weeks from now. So obviously very exciting. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Obviously, if you enjoyed this video, you should obviously subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Specifically, you can also like the video, and then you can also hit the notification bell to obviously be notified when I upload, be one of the first ones to get here. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you. There we go.